On day one, I woke up to a text from my neighbor saying, "Hey, Simply, I've been watching your videos and I love the shrimp. I had this old tank sitting in my garage that hasn't been used in years, and I figured you could use it. Check your front door." So I went downstairs and opened my front door to find this tank with a sign on it, "Build a shrimp tank." So I took our tank outside to clean it and then brought it back to my room to start brainstorming. I want to build a shrimp ecosystem with hundreds of colorful shrimp, but after getting multiple comments, I don't want to mix our colors together because then we will eventually create brown colored shrimp. So I thought of a cool idea where I can create dividers in the tank to separate the shrimp from mixing together, but keeping everything in this one tank. So I went to a local hardware store and picked up these sheets of acrylic to create our dividers. Our first step is to silicone these acrylic sheets into the tank and let them dry for 24 hours, but it's really hard to silicone and hold the pieces in place at the same time. So I built this makeshift holder to perfectly hold our dividers in place. After securing all the silicone into the dividers, let's give our tank 24 hours to dry. The next morning I woke up and our dividers were fully secured into the tank. My plan is to create 2 sand-based ecosystems and 2 aquasoil-based ecosystems. I want to see how the shrimp respond to different environments. So I put together our materials and started to build out our ecosystem. After 4 hours, I finished our build. Check out these really cool 3D shrimp I printed the other day as decorations. I've been working on these shrimp designs for some time now, and I finally got my very first prototypes. I can't show you much of the build yet because I hid something secret under our shrimp decorations. But what I did with this tank has never been done on YouTube, so you'll definitely want to stay till later. Now that I finished the substrate, it's time to add the hardscape. I got some nice dragon stones and some leftover spiderwood from our swamp ecosystem. My plan is to create similar environments without them looking the same because that's boring. So I did some hardscaping and came out with this, with the foundation set in our shrimp ecosystem. It's time to add water to the ecosystem. So I added the finishing touches. With the tank full of water, it looks like our dividers are still perfect. I've never siliconed anything before, so I'm hoping I did a good job. Let's give this ecosystem some time to settle in. After almost a week, our ecosystem is starting to cycle itself. These sponge filters will help filter and cycle our aquarium faster. So in about a week or 2, we should be ready to add our first signs of life. So I put in a special order to the local pet store, and they said it should be ready next week. I woke up one morning to a call from my local pet shop that my order had been delivered, so I drove over to the shop to pick them up. I got 4 different color shrimp: red, blue, yellow, and orange. I got 10 of each color, and over the next 90 days, I'm going to be testing to see what color shrimp breed the most. So I put our 4 shrimp to drip acclimate for 2 hours because I don't want to lose any of these shrimp in the transfer process.
2 hours later.
I slowly transitioned all of our shrimp into their new homes. These shrimp are confined to their own space and aren't able to mix at all. So for the next 90 days, we're going to see if we can turn these 40 shrimp into a couple hundred. Let's give our shrimp some time to settle in. I came back to the tank the next week and our shrimp seemed to be enjoying the new ecosystem. I figured our shrimp would be hungry, so I dropped in our first type of food. I got these algae wafers that I fed my Amano shrimp in the betta ecosystem. After a couple minutes, our shrimp started to smell the aroma and decided to check it out. My guess is that our red shrimp will do the best, but me personally, I like the blue ones the most. These pellets will not only feed our shrimp, but it'll also help kickstart the ecosystem with a little algae bloom. I came back to the tank a couple days later, and our algae wafers looked a little weird. These wafers are starting to break down in the tank. We need to do some tank maintenance in order to make sure our shrimp stay healthy. Once I cleaned up all of our algae wafers, I decided to add some more water to our shrimp ecosystem. Since we've had some evaporation, it's important when maintaining a shrimp tank is to not do huge water changes because it could potentially create huge spikes in the pH, leading our shrimp to die. I'll be back in a couple days to add our next form of food. A couple days later, I came back to our tank and I started to see signs of biofilm starting to grow on the sides of the tank. This biofilm will provide nutrients for our shrimp that are hungry in between feeding. But it's best to give your shrimp a well-balanced diet in order to grow strong. So I got some high-protein pellets and decided to drop some in to see if any of our shrimp are interested. I came back a couple minutes later and I found these 2 pregnant shrimp munching on the high protein pellets. For those of you that don't know, a female Neocaridina shrimp gets ready to have babies when you see a yellow spot on her back. That's her eggs forming. After she sheds her shell, a male shrimp finds her and helps fertilize the egg eggs, which she carries under her belly like a bunch of tiny balls. Female shrimp fan them with her little legs to keep them healthy, and after about a month, the eggs hatch into super tiny baby shrimp that look just like her. So in about 30 days, we will have some new baby shrimp. It's been a month since we established this giant shrimp ecosystem, and I just noticed we are starting to get these floating plants on the top of each of our sections. These floating plants are called duckweed and have now started to multiply. Duckweed is great for a shrimp tank because it helps keep the water clean. By absorbing extra nutrients, it also floats on the surface and provides shade, helping the tank stay healthy. You just need to be careful because duckweed grows very fast, can take over the tank if you don't remove some regularly. After checking our pregnant shrimp, they seem to be doing great. So hopefully we have baby shrimp in the next couple weeks. So this wasn't in the game plan, but I went on a long vacation and had to leave our giant shrimp ecosystem. When I came back to the tank, it looks like our first generation of shrimp have been born. If you look closely, there's a bunch of little babies scattered across the tank. Our yellow and blue shrimp seem to be doing amazing, but it looks like our red and orange shrimp seem to be struggling. Let's see if by day 100, if the red and orange can make a comeback. And when I come back next time, I'm going to reveal our mystery that everyone has been waiting for. Like I said earlier, this mystery is something nobody has ever done on YouTube, so if you think it's cool, please do me a favor and drop a like on today's video. Today we're finally going to reveal the surprise under our 3D printed shrimp. Let me present to you the underground tunnels. These pipes are all connected under the substrate to create an underground tunnel system. This is why the beginning of our build was a little rushed because I had to hide all of our underground plumbing. I think it'll be cool to see how long it takes for our shrimp to start mixing with each other. I know I didn't want to mix our shrimp, but if our shrimp can find their way through the underground maze, I think that's pretty cool. So let's give our shrimp some time to explore the underground tunnels. It's been almost a week since we opened up the underground tunnels, and I have yet to see the shrimp mix yet. I'm still confident this setup can work. We just need to give our shrimp some time to explore. I think it's the perfect time to add our third type of food, but I want to build something to hold the food for easy cleanup. So I got on my computer and found a design that will work perfectly. I printed these 4 custom food holders from my 3D printers. My plan is to place our different types of foods on the end of the points and drop it in. Carrots are good for Neocaridina shrimp because they're packed with beta-carotene, which helps bring out and maintain bright coloring. They're also a soft, easy to digest food once boiled. Plus, carrots are low in protein and won't pollute the water quickly if you don't overfeed. Just treat it like a healthy snack. Check out how many baby blue shrimp are on this one piece. It seems like our shrimp are enjoying the carrots, so I'll be back tomorrow to remove the leftovers. I came back the next day, and our shrimp are still munching away at the carrots. I was going to take it out, but it seems like they are really enjoying it, so I'm going to leave it for one more day. Meanwhile, the duckweed is starting to mature and grow roots of their own. These roots help soak in waste and keep the water clean. The next day, I went to remove the carrots, and our piece in the blue section was gone. I was pretty surprised that our blue shrimp devoured the whole piece, but the other 3 sections haven't made a dent. I even found this snail in the red section. I don't know how he got in there. I guess our blue shrimp tore apart the carrot so much that it broke. That's when I looked a little higher and found our piece floating at the top of the tank. Check out the sand under the food holder. It's filled with shredded up carrots. So I quickly removed the carrots, even though our shrimp were still eating. It's important to keep a well-balanced diet and not overfeed one type of food. And just as I was removing the last piece of carrot, I saw this red shrimp with our blue ones. I think we had our first shrimp successfully find its way through the underground tunnel. Hopefully soon, we will get other shrimp to start exploring the underground tunnels. So I came back a week later and I realized that our blue and yellow population has boomed, but it still looks like our red and orange are struggling. So I did some research and found that Neocaridina shrimp successfully breed when they have a balanced diet, many hiding spots, and proper water conditions. So I dropped in some more protein pellets so our shrimp keep a balanced diet. I'm also going to add some plant trimmings from our river ecosystem. These plants will help provide plant cover for our shrimp and also soak up waste to improve water quality. Now with our giant shrimp ecosystem filled with some plants, this tank is starting to come together perfectly. Let's come back in a couple days to feed our next type of human food. After a couple days, I came back and found some of our shrimp have explored the tunnels. I found a yellow and blue shrimp in the red section. And after looking a little closer, I even found a blue one in the orange section. I guess the underground tunnels are starting to work. Let's introduce our next type of food. We have another type of vegetable, cucumbers. Cucumbers are beneficial for shrimp tanks as they provide a soft, easily digestible food source, rich in fiber and other nutrients. So I attached the cucumbers to our food holders and dropped them in to see if the shrimp like it. At first they were skeptical, but once a couple of curious shrimp went to check it out, it started a feeding frenzy. I think the shrimp liked the cucumbers more than the carrots, but I can't wait to try our third type of food. We will be giving our shrimp a sweet treat later. Let's give our shrimp some time to devour the cucumber. It's been a week since we added in our floating plants, and they seem to be growing into our ecosystem nicely. These floating plants provide great cover and hiding spots for baby shrimp. Anyways, I went to grab our cucumbers out of the tank and was honestly shocked at the results. If our shrimp like the cucumbers this much, I think they're gonna love our next snack. I'll be back soon to add in our sweet treat for our shrimp. It's been almost 3 months since we started this ecosystem, and it honestly has been so much fun. It's time to add our final food to the ecosystem. Then, later in the video, we will count up how many shrimp we have bred after 90 days. For our third food, we have bananas. Bananas can be a good supplemental food source, offering nutrients like potassium, magnesium, and iron. So I added our bananas to the food holders and dropped them in. It's cool to see that these shrimp can eat the same foods as humans. So I'll be back tomorrow to remove our bananas. I woke up the next morning to a huge surprise. The tank was super cloudy, and I couldn't see anything. Our bananas must have broken down in the water column last night and created a huge cloudy mess. In order to make sure our shrimp stay safe, we need to remove the bananas and do a water change. After removing 30% of the water in our ecosystem, I'm going to be adding in new water to help cycle the cloudy mess. It seems like our shrimp are doing fine, but I'll update you once this clears up. After one whole week, our ecosystem is back to normal. I decided to do a count of how many shrimp we have after the 90-day simulation. We started with 10 of each color, and honestly the results shocked me. We currently have 78 yellow shrimp, 8 red shrimp, 6 orange shrimp, and 115 blue shrimp for a grand total of 207 shrimp. As y'all can see, the blue and yellows did extremely well, but our other colors didn't seem to get a spark in the 90-day evolution. Currently 200 plus shrimp is way too many for me to take care of, especially if they keep multiplying. So I'll be starting a series on my second channel, Simply Shrimp, where I breed and sell our shrimp for profit and see how much money this ecosystem can make us. If you're interested in keeping up with this tank or even watching more shrimp ecosystems like these, then you'll definitely want to click the link in the description of the video and check out Simply Shrimp. I even made a mini shrimp ecosystem there that I'll be linking at the end of this video. So if you enjoy my tank videos, do me a favor and subscribe because I'm working on many more videos.